fake friends.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let us explain.
It's free.
Yeah, a lot of those other podcast places want to charge you money every month, like dozens of dollars.
Like dozens of dollars. We don't even know what that is because we don't see it.
No, and that's a phrase people use often, right? Like you go to a store and you say, how much is that? And they go, that'll be $12.
That's exactly it,
yeah.
Yes. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer.
We're doing that right now on a phone.
I love technology.
Amazing.
Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more.
You can also make money from your podcast. No minimum listenership required.
You know what that means? Dozens of dollars straight in your pocket.
You got dozens of listeners, you're going to be making dozens of dollars, potentially. I mean, don't hold them to it. It's really, you got to put in the work.
Yeah. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place.
So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Bye. Hey, fake friends. Listen to Fake Headlines podcast using Stitcher Premium.
Use promo code FAKEHEADLINES for 1 free month.
Listen to some of your favorite shows ad-free with Stitcher Premium like
Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend,
My Favorite Murder,
Having Funlessness with Jen Kirkman,
Natch Butte,
Office Ladies,
Prompt and Circumstance,
WTF with Mark Maron,
and so many more.
Plus, you get access to Stitcher Originals, bonus episodes, comedy albums, and more.
Only $4.99 a month or $34.99 for a whole year.
Go to Stitcher.com/premium to sign up today.
Again, use promo code FAKEHEADLINES for 1 month free. Bye! Hello, I'm Tiffany Dillon.
And I'm Kevin Dillon.
And this is Fake Headlines Podcast.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to Fake Headlines Podcast, episode number 88.
Hello, welcome.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to our podcast studio here in Buffalo, New York.
Yeah, where we've been enjoying a nice staycation, a corncation.
It's a corncation. It has been really great.
Yeah.
You know all those exotic places listed in Kokomo? We didn't go to one of them.
No, we imagined it.
Yeah.
We turned up the heat, took off our pants, put on some shades.
Put my feet in the oven.
Yeah, called it... what?
Oh.
No.
Well, I had some corns to burn off.
That's gross.
I'm sorry.
We put our food there.
Well, it's usually not directly on the surface like my feet were. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's gross, Kevin.
Well, tomorrow I know what I'm going to do with my rest of my staycation.
Yeah. You're going to clean the oven.
Clean the oven, yeah.
Clean the oven.
Yeah, so we've been on a staycation the last few days. We have been enjoying just lounging around the house without pesky work interrupting us.
Yeah, I mean, it's constantly there because our computers are set up in inconvenient locations, but it's fine.
They're there to remind us that, that work is coming.
That it's always waiting.
But we did go. We actually did go out. We left the house a couple of occasions. We went to some grocery stores. That's been the highlight of our
That's
staycation.
Right. We spent 2 whole days, not out the entire time, but 2 whole days we spent out of the house just gathering up groceries because it had been a few weeks.
Gathering provisions from various stores. And then trying to find a place to put all of it. Because we only live in a 100 square foot apartment. It's very tiny.
You can't help it. I have this problem anyway under normal circumstances where I'm like, well, we have room in the freezer for that 5-pound bag of blueberries, of course.
I actually had to talk Tiffany out of a 5-pound bag of frozen blueberries at the BJ's.
Yeah.
The wholesale store.
Yeah. And it's a good thing he did because even with my Tetris skills, that would not have fit in there.
You would not have. We would have been eating handfuls of frozen blueberries before they went bad.
Yeah.
Which doesn't sound that bad, really. I mean, that's there's worse ways to spend time.
I love blueberries. Yeah.
But yeah, it's been fun just not doing much, and that's I hope that you're all afforded that opportunity soon, because I know things have been crazy in the world the last few months. If you're given some time to just unplug from stuff and just enjoy a few minutes of solitude.
Yeah, because even though everything has been going on, we've still been working, and I feel like it's even more mentally taxing in certain elements. And we also really hadn't had a vacation since Christmas, so it had been a while, and so this felt like it was well earned. And despite our plants having to be halted in terms of what we had planned for our vacation, it still turned out to be a really nice few days. Like, we got things done around the house.
We did. We finally we've been in this apartment for just about a year now, and we had not hung up a single thing on the walls, so we did that.
It feels like we live here now.
It doesn't feel... We've covered up the boring beige apartment color paint that every apartment has with some pops of color with our concert posters and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. We even hung up our canvas of our wedding photo. So
yeah. So it's been a good couple days, and looking forward to a couple more before having to head back to work, which just simply means walking over to the dining room table and sitting down for the first time in 6 days.
Yeah, I miss eating there.
I do too. Yeah, I'm looking forward to going back to work just so we can have our home back into normal conditions. Mm-hmm. But things could be worse, so I'm certainly not complaining.
Yeah. We hope you guys are staying safe and doing well and enjoying the opportunities of relaxation as you get them.
Yes.
They're much needed. Take
some mental health moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we support that.
We 100% do.
We also hope that we're part of that. Like, are you listening to us as a part of your mental health? In which case, good for you.
Yeah, we're not doctors, so please don't listen to any of our advice. But.
No.
but we hope to be a little bit of a fun distraction while you're working or doing whatever you're doing.
We're the laughter kind of medicine, hopefully.
Yeah, and it's the best kind, and you don't need a prescription.
No.
Which is awesome, because prescription medication these days is through the roof.
Sometimes.
Anyway, this is Fake Headlines Podcast. What we do is each week we head out onto the internet and we try to find a strange headline that tickles our fancy. Mm-hmm. And then we come up with two equally ridiculous headlines of our own. Mm-hmm. And we then present them to one another, and we try to trick each other with fake news, basically. And we try to guess which story is legitimately real.
That's right.
And along the way, we kind of goof on what the articles might be about until we find the truth. Mm-hmm. It's a fun game we like to play, and we hope you enjoy listening.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it, babe.
So I think that I'm going first this week, so I'm going to give you my 3 headlines. Is that correct?
Yes, you are.
Okay, let me know when you're ready over there.
Okay, I am ready.
Okay. Headline number 1. In South Korea, adult jungle gyms and recess time make workplaces more fun.
Okay.
In South Korea, adult jungle gyms and recess time make workplaces more fun.
Okay.
Headline number 2. Houston man charged with trespassing when refusing to leave a socially distant wedding ceremony. Houston man charged with trespassing when refusing to leave socially distant wedding ceremony.
Okay.
And headline number 3. Stressed and anxious. These are apparently the happiest songs in the world.
Aww.
Stressed and anxious. These are apparently the happiest songs in the world.
Wow. I don't have a lot of world knowledge of music, but we'll get there. Okay, so headline number 1. In South Korea, adult jungle gyms and work time recess make work more fun?
Yes, exactly.
Something like that?
That's correct.
Okay.
You got the gist.
Huh.
In South Korea, adult jungle gyms and recess time make workplaces more fun. So what do you think about that during the work hour, or during the work day? Maybe after lunch, everybody just goes outside and plays.
I think that's a great idea. I am allotted the opportunity to take an hour lunch with my job, whereas you can only take a half an hour, and that's building to building.
Right,
within our company that you can do that. And I find that with half an hour of my lunch being able to eat, and then the other half being able to, on a normal day, I go outside and I walk and find some sort of reason to be outside and truly take a break from my work for a bit. I find that more beneficial than when I used to have half an hour lunches.
Yeah, you know what? That's interesting, because we start and end work at the same time, yet you're given an hour and I'm only given a half hour. That's
because I don't take 2 15-minute breaks.
Ah, that's the difference.
They allow us to put all of our breaks together into one.
Gotcha.
So I only get one break.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, you know what? Maybe going forward, while we're home, I don't really take 15-minute breaks. I mean, I barely take a real lunch because I'm just I inevitably end up just doing stuff while I'm eating. But maybe when I go back to the office, because I don't smoke anymore,
yeah,
I may not need to go outside for 15 minutes and smoke.
Right.
Well, I know I'm not going to, but I don't think I'm going to necessarily need to find a replacement for that. So maybe I can bunch up my time together, maybe.
If that's allowed, yeah.
If it's allowed. And I just want to say, shout out to me. It's been over 2 months of not smoking.
Congratulations,
So,
Kev.
man alive, feels good.
I am so happy for you.
And even today, like, I've been taking nicotine lozenges, and they have been my little life preserver through this journey of detoxing from cigarettes. But I've only had like 2 lozenges today,
which is amazing.
Which is pretty good.
That's outstanding.
They recommend taking one every hour, but I never smoked one cigarette every hour, so that always seemed like an awful lot to me. But today I've been doing pretty good. So
great.
Hey, just another thing, just another reminder for folks that you can do it. You can quit smoking if you want to.
It's possible.
It is possible.
Absolutely.
But anywho, so yeah, maybe I'll start doing that. But also, I was thinking too, with the idea of after lunch going out and playing, sounds like not only school but also sounds like prison.
Yeah, you get that time out in the yard to allow some nice sunlight
and shanking.
Yep.
I'm not sure if the folks at home can hear your eyes looking back and forth. I'm not sure that. Don't think the microphone picked that up. I don't think it did.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that we don't take enough time to truly take a lunch break if we have an 8-hour-a-day job or more. And I think that it really takes a toll on us mentally. Mm-hmm. I think that for some reason we just like forget that we need to do that, even if it means not looking at your phone for that half an hour, just like taking some time to just like be alone with your thoughts so they can stop racing for a minute. Right.
And I always feel like I don't deserve a lunch. Like I need to keep working because it's like I haven't done enough, or like there's things that need to get done. And like I'm always like my own worst critic. Like if my brain was OSHA, I would be fined a lot for workplace violations.
Yeah, you need to. I think it's important that you remember to tell yourself, I deserve this break, and I need this in order to go on. It's like some of our workouts. We do a lot of yoga, which helps us a lot with our mental health, and it just happens to be something that works for us. And one thing to remember is to have those rest days or slow down days, which I have a hard time with because I just want to.
You want to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Otherwise, I don't feel like I'm doing enough for my body. But I need those recover days. So it's kind of like with you need those recover days or recovering moments throughout the day.
Yeah, for sure.
To get your brain to just like,
yep.
I need to catch my breath.
You know what I should, like, this is a dangerous proposition, but what I should do on lunch is to come up to the bedroom and just lay face down on the bed for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, or do it on the couch.
Yeah, I should. I'll need you to help me wake me up because I could probably fall asleep right away.
Set a timer on your phone.
Oh, but I like you to help. I like you being there, though.
No, I'm not an alarm clock.
Personal. It's more personal that way.
No.
Okay, fine. But that might be good. I think I need to do that. Is just unplug during the day in general, because I think I'm always plugged in.
Yeah.
I'm always looking at my phone. I'm always looking at the TV. I'm always thinking of something.
Yeah.
Always thinking of something.
Always thinking of something, that Dylan.
Oh, boy, that guy's brain don't stop. He's always thinking. He's thinking about things he looked at previously on the internet, if he's not looking at the internet. Remember that article I saw on BuzzFeed? Oh, that was crazy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Remember that email from 3 hours ago? I'm still thinking about you.
Well, I better go back and revisit that.
Well, I better look at it. I better flag it and then look at some new emails now.
What if I got another one that's more important?
What if there's a new quiz on BuzzFeed I haven't taken yet? What if there's something on Etsy I need to order that's real crafty and nice? I better check everything.
Yeah, it's a lot of, I think, fear of missing out, FOMO, if you will.
Oh, you're right. That's what that is, isn't it?
So we can't put it down because you're like, oh, what if I'm missing out? What if I miss some breaking news and someone else finds out before I do?
Right, but everyone always finds out before I do. Mm-hmm. I'm like a year late on every meme, I think.
That's not true.
But yeah, you're absolutely right. I think that throughout the workday, and also like I like the idea of like doing fun things. Like for some reason, like you're just not allowed to play on a jungle gym anymore when you become an adult.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Like, why not? Like now as an adult, I could probably successfully climb better than I could as a fat kid. I was terrible.
That's because your limbs are longer and they can reach the distance between them.
That's true.
A little bit better. So you don't even have to like leave the ground.
Right. That's true. It's like very easy. I could feel very accomplished finally defeating the jungle gym after all these years. On top of that, I think that adults having jungle gyms would be really beneficial, not only for our mental health, but our physical health as well, because we sit and work a lot. If you have an office job, you sit a lot, and which is not good for your body. So having that time to go out and stretch and move your body in new ways and different ways is probably really good for your physical health as well. Absolutely. I mean, I guess like the jungle gym concept as an adult that people would scoff at, but I guess it's really no different than like a rock climbing wall in the middle of like a Dick's Sporting Goods or whatever those, or Gander Mountain or whatever the hell those things are.
Who's doing that? I can't.
I would never do that.
I don't. No.
I wouldn't want to. I don't like doing anything physical in public.
Yeah, for fear of people making fun of you.
Yeah. I don't want to be bullied.
Get out of here. I don't want to be bullied either.
Yeah, here I am at Gander Mountain just looking to climb this rock wall.
Someone's going to be recording.
I don't need to be someone's viral video.
Next thing you know, you're straining too hard and you fart and now it's on video.
Now everyone knows you're the farter at Gander.
Yeah. You're the Gander farter.
Gander farter. Lord of the Rings. Is that the right book?
You too shall not pass. Gas.
Yep.
And that's the only reference that we have for that.
Yeah, I've only seen the first one, and I don't care to see any more. I'll go out on the record. I don't care.
I would watch them.
I would watch them, but I'm not going to go out of my way to see them.
Okay.
Yeah. I just.
Well.
Yeah.
Well, we got another day and a half of vacation left, Kev. So I guess I'll just make you watch the rest of it.
Fine.
We got time.
All right, let's do it.
All right,
settled. We've planned our last day,
and then we'll follow it up with Pirates of the Caribbean.
That have not seen.
I know.
Oh man, what a loser!
Let's go plan a jungle gym.
That just sounds fun. Like I feel like we, like all of the sort of childhood whimsical things we would do, like go play on a swing set or a jungle gym or just stare at the clouds or color, like all those things we are just told to give up at a certain point, right? But as we've gotten older and we start to kind of miss that, like adult coloring books, and we've got rock climbing, and like some of those same basic things have kind of crept into adulthood slowly. I think maybe as people miss that, and even like maybe even playing with like collecting toys is maybe like the next best thing of playing with them, because you can't do that anymore.
Yeah. I think that some of that stuff is not necessarily that people are told that they need to stop doing those things at a certain age. I think it happens to be with how there's a cultural shift, because I'm thinking that probably my dad's parents, like they were never told at a certain point that they were no longer allowed to go out and sit outside and stare at the clouds. They probably could still do it as adults, because the ability to unwind at that time was probably more accessible. Whereas, looking at today's standards, where we're all so fast paced and we never have a moment to slow down, where we could still take that moment and stare at the clouds, but we choose not to because we think that there's something else that we need to get done instead. So it's not so much that we're told we have to let go of some of those childhood things. I think it's just progressing with the culture that we live in, where we are pressured to not. Yeah,
right. Like you got to get a job and get married and get a house, have a kid.
Yeah, so
start a family.
Yeah, grow up, Kevin. Stop staring at the clouds. Yeah, but maybe
they were yelling at me in the middle of my college graduation.
Aw.
I'm sorry, everybody. I just thought I'd lay down here on stage and stare at the clouds.
Do you see it? It's a dog. It's a dog.
This is not the time, Mr. Dillon.
But it's a dog. But does that make sense? Where yeah, it's not necessarily. I think it's just like a cultural shift, and
like you don't show up at the playground one day and someone's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, you're too old. You can't do this anymore."
I think the only time something like that happens is with trick or treating.
That is true.
You get to a point where you're like, you're not allowed to do that anymore.
Yeah, you have a full beard.
You better have a child with you that you know that you are trick or treating with.
Yes, you better be the legal guardian of somebody.
Okay, let's move on to number 2. Speaking of adults where they don't belong.
Yes.
A man in Houston refused to leave a socially distant wedding.
Yeah.
What a dick.
Yeah, what a jerk, huh?
So was he a guest or was he a crasher?
He was a crasher.
Oh, okay. So he's like even worse.
Yeah, he's staying 6 feet away though.
But he refused to leave.
Yeah.
So he just wanted to be a spectator to love?
I guess so. Don't we all want to be? No, we want to be more. We want to be a participant.
Yeah.
You want to be a participant in love.
Yeah.
But I guess if you were having I guess it depends on if it's the definition of trespassing, right? These are things I've said to my lawyer in the past. Well, how does this particular state define trespassing? But I guess because I've noticed Tiffany and I have been walking around our neighborhood quite a bit, and by quite a bit I mean 2 times recently because it hasn't been raining for like 2 days. But as we walk around, we've noticed that it is high school graduation season, and there were a lot of balloons and things in people's yards in our neighborhood, celebrating kids graduating. And it almost looked like there was like a graduation party we kind of passed by. Like it looked like there were people with graduation hats on. I don't know what you call those. Graduation hats? You know what I mean?
I think that's the only...
The square hat with a little tassel?
I think there were 2 graduates at that one house.
Yeah. And... so, like, if you were to just stand on the sidewalk, like, would that be trespassing?
Like, should we have, like, if we had walked past those and we had stopped and just stared at the graduation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be weird.
That would be real strange, really.
Yeah.
All right.
So this guy, so the wedding is... The way I interpreted it is that this wedding was at a private residence.
Sure, yes. Like in the front yard of a house.
Oh, okay. In the front yard of a house.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I think it's kind of fair game.
Right. I think if you're in that moment, and I think the world is starved for entertainment right now. There's nothing, you can't go see live shows or anything. So if you happen to be walking by and you stop and watch something.
Yeah.
I guess as long as you're not being like a dick, right? I mean, as long as you're not like heckling or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Although maybe it was a situation like where, when they say, is there anybody here that objects to the please speak now or forever hold your peace?
And he's just like, he can't keep it together.
Right. Maybe it's like an old love that shows up. But I'm going to stay 6 feet away, but Sharon, I love you, and you shouldn't go through with this.
Yeah, he should still leave.
He should still leave.
He should still leave.
Absolutely.
It's not his business.
Well, here's the thing. I was thinking about this too. Like, what would... Like, we got married a couple years ago, if you remember.
We did.
And,
yeah.
It seems like 10 years ago now. But if we had planned a wedding and it was taking place in, say, April of 2020, when things were perhaps at their most socially distant, do you think we would have postponed things, or would we have modified it and gone through with it?
No, we would have postponed it.
I think so too.
Based on the circumstances of like our parents being able to witness anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we would have postponed it.
I think so too, because I have seen some sort of some online articles where people have, obviously people have gone through with things.
Yeah.
Using teleconference software, which just doesn't feel
as intimate.
Yeah.
I know. It's not quite the same. I think that for me personally, I would rather have like the physical presence of those that I love there.
Me too. Like, I can't imagine being in a situation where you couldn't postpone it.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? There probably are some, but that we just would think. I think maybe 80% of the time or more, you could just postpone things and reschedule things for some other time.
Right, because you're thinking about all the different things that you'd have to put a down payment on ahead of time. So like traditionally people have like a cake.
Photographer. Venue. Catering.
Yeah, all that stuff. So you're not going to have, I would say, 90% of those things.
Right. Those are all businesses that would be slowed down.
Yeah.
Or not essential at the moment.
What are you going to cater for? You and your spouse?
Right.
The only two people who were there physically?
So like for the month of April, say the venue or the caterer had 10 jobs. They're all going to be rescheduled. It's not like there's other work they're losing out on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It seems like because of all the industries are interconnected, everything could be moved on. It could be rescheduled, I would think.
Yeah.
I think people want to get married maybe because of the idea of it being kind of like a once-in-a-lifetime, hopefully, situation.
Memorable situation. Yeah, of course.
But I don't know if the memory of... And maybe the idea that it gets a lot of publicity or gets like some kind of viral video-ish type thing
making
out of it.
The best of a bad situation.
Yeah.
I could see that element.
There's some of that. Like maybe people wanting to get some of their acclaim for having a wedding during all of this. But it does seem like you don't have to right now. You could wait.
Right. I would agree. Unless one of you is probably, unfortunately, not going to make it.
Right.
Then you know.
I thought you were going to say, unfortunately, pregnant.
Unless it's a shotgun kind of wedding. Good old-fashioned shotgun wedding.
Good old-fashioned shotgun.
You better postpone it.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Yeah.
It does suck, though, for like high school graduations, like missing out on all of that kind of stuff. That is kind of sad. I do feel for the class of 2020 that is going to unfortunately miss out on all of the stuff the fun stuff that goes along with graduating
senior
high school.
Skip day.
Yeah. Covering your principal in peanut butter and leaving him on an anthill. We
taped our vice principal to the wall once.
Did you really?
Yeah, I don't remember why we did it. I feel like he was a
high school anarchy is why that happened.
I feel like he allowed it to happen.
Okay. That sounded weird. He's like, oh no, take me to the wall.
He was a willing participant.
Okay. Did he lose a bet or something? Or what was the deal?
I don't know if it was like for a good cause of some sort. I'm not really sure. I think he had I don't know if it was like a class fundraiser or something. Okay.
It wasn't like a senior class mutiny where just like, we're taping all the administration to the wall. We're taking over.
Our vice principal was a super dick though. So I think he kind of deserved that.
Was he a wee person in stature? No, I was wondering how easy it was to get him on the wall.
It was a lot of duct tape. It was a lot of duct tape. Because he was on the porkier side.
He was a portly principal?
Yeah. Vice principal. Let's not give him all the glory of being the actual principal.
Yeah, he's only going to be the principal in case the principal can no longer fulfill their duties.
That's right. Anyway, yeah, so they didn't get to do a lot of that stuff. Senior strips, stuff like that. Prom, whatever.
Prom, whatever.
But back to this guy who wouldn't leave.
Yes.
I think he's just being a tool no matter what.
I think so too.
When you immediately read that headline, when you read that headline, the immediate thought that I had was that he was some sort of drunken buffoon. Like he was like drunk in public sort of situation where he was like, love is stupid. Love it's the worst. You're making a mistake.
Was it drunk or was Bill Cosby show up?
Either way, it's a big mistake.
Yeah, either way. Don't let him to your party.
Get out of there.
If you're not drunk now, you're going to be. You're going to be.
Hide your drinks. Just don't have anything. Yeah. Don't consume a thing.
Have a dry ceremony, please.
Yeah.
It's for the best.
Yep.
Yeah, when I read the headline, I imagined like a former lover showing up and like causing a scene.
Okay.
And wanting to stop the proceedings. Mm-hmm. Were you worried that anybody was going to show up at our wedding and try to stop the proceedings?
No.
No, me neither.
No.
The only person that that's ever affected me so emotionally and it consumed me with so much love that I could possibly have some kind of outburst is you, and I was marrying you, so there was nothing else was going to be happening there.
I also knew that we had 2 Army veterans and a corrections officer who was there, who would be willing to take down anyone who was going to interrupt what was going on.
Well, I'm not a tough person, and I won't speak for Tiffany. She can hold her own for sure. But I'm a weak man, and I'm glad that we had some tough people at our wedding to take care of things. I would not have helped at all. There would have been a lot of, Kevin, stop crying. Your tears are making the surface slippery. It's hard to fight.
I would have ripped off the skirt of my dress and took someone down. Like, I just wrapped him up with it.
I imagine you ripped off your skirt and you had like some kind of like studded leg wrappings on, like spikes, and you just start kicking people and twirling
Get out of
around.
here with your fantasies, man.
Well, we're gonna have to take a break.
You're a weirdo.
Yeah, but I think, to your point, I think if you're having a wedding in the front yard, people are going to gather because it is a unique spectacle. Mm-hmm. And I hope people would be respectful and not be yelling or being a drunken buffoon. But depending on where you are and what time of day, you may get some of that.
Probably. Probably.
But I think it's best if you can to just wait.
Just wait.
Just wait. You just wait.
Let's talk about number 3.
Yeah.
It sounds like this person could probably use some of these songs. But,
yeah.
So headline number 3, stressed and anxious, happy songs around the world.
Yeah, these are apparently the happiest songs in the world. So it's like a list of the happiest songs in the world that were compiled scientifically.
99 Luft balloons.
That's a good one. So let's think about that. So what would make a song happy? What are some attributes of like a happy song?
Upbeat,
right? You wouldn't it wouldn't be something just slow.
No
right?
matter what, it's going to make you tap your toe.
Mm-hmm.
And then toe tapping inevitably leads to, a little bit of a knee shake. Next thing you know, it's in your hips. Next thing you know, it's in your arms. Next thing you know, your whole body's going.
I feel, are we about to do the time warp or something? I feel like that's about to happen.
Put your hands on your hips. Bring your knees in tight.
When you dip, we dip, we dip. Is that how that goes? No, a different song.
When I dip, you dip, we dip.
I was going to say too, you said upbeat, and I was thinking, could a song with just an acoustic guitar be a happy song? I guess it could be.
It could be, yeah.
I guess it depends on how it's played, right?
Yeah, absolutely. What's that Louis Armstrong song that's always played at Six Flags at the end of the night? It's a Wonderful World.
Yes, yeah.
So
that's when you know it's time to go home. They don't play Closing Time by Semisonic. When you're at a theme park, they play It's a Wonderful World.
While you watch fireworks in the sky.
And one last trip on the roller coaster. What a wonderful world.
Yeah, so that's like a slow song, but it elicits happy feelings.
It does. That's true too. That's interesting. You're right, because when you said an upbeat, I was 100% on board with you. But then I started thinking, yeah, you're right. That is a happy song. So obviously, it's got to be. I think the tempo is probably a big part of it. The lyric content, probably.
I believe so, yeah.
Or lack thereof. I guess it could be a happy song without any words if
absolutely.
It's just musical. Mm-hmm. But the words could take it in one direction or the other, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. But, yeah, if you're talking about instrumental, I mean, some of, like, classical music, mm-hmm. a lot of because there weren't lyrics that went along with it, so if you take like Tchaikovsky or something, like some of that sounds a little bit more like manic.
Yeah, it's kind of like menacing or something.
Yeah.
Right?
So like it gives you like that instrumental sort of music can make you feel like, ooh, I feel very tense right now. Why do I feel so tense?
Yeah.
Then I could like slow down suddenly, like depending on how loud it is, the crescendo that it builds to, and then all of a sudden it can drop back down, and then suddenly it's like the calm after the storm, which is, you think about like Fantasia. This is a good example. Fantasia, there's no talking. It's all just like Mickey Mouse dealing with catastrophe, with the magical water and dancing brooms, and then suddenly everything's all chaotic and it's all music, and then at the end, like it's just like whooshed away, and then everything is okay again.
Yeah,
you know.
So for periods in that song, they are happy.
Yeah, but it takes you on a real journey.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
You know what else is upbeat instrumental? The great music of Sousa, John Philip Sousa.
Can you play me an example, because I'm not familiar?
Yes. One moment.
I didn't realize the baseball player Sammy Sosa was a composer.
Yeah, very talented person. Multi-talented. I don't hear anything. That's happy.
Yeah. What's that song called again?
I don't know.
Stars and Stripes Forever. Yes.
So that's a happy song.
Yeah.
All instrumental.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. A lot of the songs by Moby. I don't know. America's second best composer. We got John Philip Sousa, then Moby. That's it.
And also the guy who wrote the Star Spangled Banner.
Yes. And that's it. Those are the three. Can't think of his name right now. Yeah.
Don't quiz me.
Fatboy Slim is from the UK. Can't count him. What is when I say a happy song, what is the first song that comes to mind? Or what if you want to feel happy, what's a song that makes you feel happy personally?
I don't know.
I have an answer for you.
Okay.
I think for you, a song that would instantly make you happy is "I'm Yours" by Jason Mraz.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I think that's a good one.
I have specific good memories that are tied to that.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too, and it may not be
the song itself.
Yeah, it could be maybe a sad song brings somebody a happy memory too. I guess that's possible.
Yeah.
I think in the terms of this article, the idea is that the songs elicit the same sensation most of the time with people.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a universal sort of feeling with the song.
Yeah, yeah.
What about you? What's a song that it immediately elicits good feelings for you?
Well, I made a list of some of my favorite happy songs.
Yeah.
So number 1,
It Takes Two.
That's a good one. That is, I got to redo this list. Smash Mouth All Star.
We do have our Echo device. I'm not going to say her name because she'll pop on out of nowhere. We have her set up so that when we say, "I'm sad," suddenly it'll play that song.
And it makes you feel good.
It does.
It's a well done song for feeling good.
Yeah.
Crisscross Jump.
Oh, that's a good one.
Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back.
Yeah.
I don't know what the name of the song is or who does it, but it's that song from Dirty Dancing, "The Time of My Life," Time of Your Life. That song makes me feel good.
That's very funny. And unexpected.
Yeah. And number 1, 9 Inch Nails, Closer.
Get out of here. Is it because of that one time where you made a joke on Facebook and your mom looked up the lyrics?
It's true. I did.
And then she was like, "I didn't tell your dad."
That's right. I forgot about that. So a couple of Christmases ago, I made a joke on Facebook about how I love the holiday season. And when I was a kid, we'd gather around the piano and my mom and dad would sit there and they'd play classic songs for us, such as 9 Inch Nails, Closer. And which is kind of funny. And then I forgot that my mom was on Facebook and she sent me a message and said, "I looked up those words. We never sang that."
It's a real blessing that my dad doesn't use the internet.
Oh no! Once he does, he's gonna be
boy,
in over his head. I think some of this stuff. Poor guy.
Yeah. That's a good list, babe.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I had more time to think about it, I could come up with something similar. But like I said, It Takes Two. That's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I'm Yours. That's a good one.
Yeah. Do you want to try
Over the Rainbow? That's probably another one.
Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah.
That one, the Lemonheads song that we danced to.
Into Your Arms.
Yep.
Lemonheads. Yeah, that's a good one.
Certain songs that my dad would play on his guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know the names of songs, but
like bluegrassy type stuff.
Yeah, if I heard it, it would make me happy because it would make me think of my dad playing guitar.
Mm-hmm.
So,
do you want to try to write a happy song together right now?
That's what we're doing right now. We're gonna write a happy song.
Do you want to?
Sure.
All right.
Okay. How do you write a song?
Well, we'll just start singing together.
Yeah, let's make a happy song.
All right, let's try to write some happy lyrics together.
Okay, you're gonna lead.
Yeah, we'll start using those. We'll use scraps from some of those old songs we wrote, and we'll kind of put it all together. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Happiness and sunshine and a pillowcase filled with puppy dogs. Watch out when you lay your head down. You don't want to crush those puppies. They are so cute. They're almost like kittens, but that's the other pillow. So be careful over there too. Sunshine and drink a lemonade under the trees. Oh, trees are so nice. Let's build a tree house. Let's climb the ladder to the tree house, and we'll lay there and make snow angels. Why are we doing this in the winter? I don't know. I feel happy anyway.
Well, it's a good one.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah. I felt very happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew we could do it.
That was a good one. You ready?
Sure. You want to do another one?
Oh, okay.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I'll lead this time.
You want to start this one?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. Let's go. Okay.
Skies are blue sometimes. Skies are gray sometimes. But grass is almost always green. And that's something I can rely on. And also flowers that smell nice. And skies that look nice. And also clear. Ice cubes.
Nothing happier than clear ice cubes.
In my lemonade. That's it. That's the end of the song.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm feeling good. I don't know about you, but I feel pretty good.
I really like that one because it's filled with a lot of anticipation.
It really builds. It's like that composer you were talking about before. It's like it really took you on a journey.
Yeah.
A lot of angst and then sudden release.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's very hot.
Sounds like my prom night.
Yep. Happy songs from around the world.
Yeah, that was pretty good. So so I would imagine that
something everyone can relate to.
Yep. Yeah, so I think that's clear ice songs about clear ice cubes are scientifically proven to be the happiest.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Kevin, one of these headlines is real?
Yes, one of these is in fact a true story.
So we had a jungle gym for adults in South Korea.
Yep.
A Houston man who refused to leave a socially distant wedding.
Correct.
And happy songs from around the world.
Correct.
You know what? Because it made me laugh so much. Let's go with the last one.
Well, Tiffany, you are correct. That is actually that is actually a real story.
All right.
And so I to clarify this a little bit. I found this article on a blog, and I thought it was very interesting. And then I looked and found some other articles, and it's a story that's been around for a few years. It just kind of resurfaced recently, I think, because of
what's going on.
Sure. So so it's not necessarily a new story or whatever, but I thought it was fun. I thought it'd be fun.
Yeah.
So I picked it anyway.
It's a fun.
So it's from a blog called a journalofmusicalthings.com. It is a website run by Alan Cross, who is a sort of a well-known DJ in Ontario, Canada.
Okay.
He's like a program director, I believe, at a couple stations. But growing up, I knew him as one of the voices on a 102.1 FM out of Toronto, which was a very popular alternative station from the late 70s until now. It's actually still going now. Mm-hmm. Same kind of format of cool stuff. So, but he was a fixture there.
Cool.
So he has this article on his blog, A Journal of Musical Things, Stressed and Anxious. These are apparently the happiest songs in the world. So it was an article that was posted last week, and it goes a little something like this. No one is feeling quite right these days. Maybe some music will boost your morale. A Dutch neuroscientist named Jacob Joly created what he calls a feel-good index capable of measuring the number of positive references used in songs. It also considers things like tempo and key. He determined that these are the happiest songs on Earth. Your mileage may differ, of course. And then it goes into the list.
Cool.
So I'm going to do them in reverse order.
Why not?
Yeah. So number 10 of the happiest songs in the world, Katrina and the Waves, Walking on Sunshine.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a pretty good one.
We involve sunshine in our songwriting.
That is true. Mm-hmm, very Katrina of you.
Yeah.
And very wavy of me.
Mm.
Number 9, I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, it sounds very positive references. Mm-hmm. Surviving is very positive.
And I will.
And willing is very positive. Number 8, Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
You can't help but, like, everyone knows that it's one of those songs. It's like Piano Man, where everyone breaks into it.
Right. Like, you just want to pump your fist and, like I'm nodding my head to the beat, and it's not even playing right now.
Yeah. Or like Sweet Caroline.
Yes.
Everyone. Ba, ba, ba.
Right.
Never fails.
Yep. Or that one.
Even if you're in a bad mood.
Right. I wonder if that's on this list. That'd be interesting. Number 7, Girls Just Want to Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Number 6, not quite Smash Mouth, but The Monkees, I'm a Believer.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a pretty good one. Number 5, Eye of the Tiger by Survivor. Mm-hmm. Pretty upbeat.
Yeah.
Number 4, Uptown Girl, Billy Joel.
Yeah, that's a good
pretty
one.
Positive
that
one.
makes me want to snap my fingers.
Mm-hmm. I'm tapping my toes.
See, it starts in your toes, works its way up. That's how you know it's a good song.
That's how you know. What's the toe tapping index there, Dutch scientist? Toe taps. What a weird accent for a Dutch person. I don't know how they would speak. Terrible.
Don't think it's like that.
No, probably not. Number 3, Good Vibrations, Beach Boys.
Okay.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Number 2, Dancing Queen by ABBA. Mm-hmm. And number 1, I don't even know if I know this song, Don't Stop Me Now by Queen.
Oh, yeah. Don't stop me now. We're having a good time. Okay. I
do know that one.
Yeah.
You know what? Now that you mentioned Queen, I feel like a lot of their songs could be like Like We Will Rock You. That's kind of or We Are the Champions, kind of a happy song.
Bicycle's
very happy.
Yeah. Fat Bottom Girls.
Very happy.
Yeah.
Queen is a band that I don't know much about. Like, I should know more about them. I should listen to them more. But I don't.
Yeah. Queen's fun.
They do seem like it, yeah.
Yeah. I enjoy them. With that, I think we'll be back after these brief messages. Hey, fake friends. We want to tell you about one of our favorite record stores.
That's right. It's Revolver Records right here in Buffalo, New York.
There are 2 brick-and-mortar locations here in Buffalo, one located over at Hurdle Avenue and the other on Elmwood.
And they have the largest selection of new and quality vintage vinyl in Western New York.
They specialize in all genres of music, from rock to soul to jazz to really whatever you're into.
And Revolver Records isn't limited to just selling vinyl. They have other fun stuff for sale, too, like turntables, speakers, and accessories like pins, hats, and t-shirts for the whole family.
Not sure what to buy that music lover in your life? Get that old hard-to-read so-and-so a gift card.
Yeah, get them a gift card. If you're not sure what album to buy someone, get a gift card, because there's nothing worse than getting the wrong music that you're not into.
That is the worst.
Like, I remember when I was a kid, my aunt got me a Michael Jackson cassette for my birthday.
You didn't want that?
No, because I think my parents just told her that I liked music, so she's like, well, Michael Jackson's an artist in modern times. Why don't I get him this? Everybody likes this.
Yeah.
And that's not what I was into. So what I did is I took that cassette tape to Ames department store and traded it in for De La Soul.
She could have saved herself a lot of time and effort if she'd just given you a gift card.
Exactly. She could have avoided a Michael Jackson situation.
Even better, it would have been better if she had gone forward in time, gotten you a gift card from Revolver Records, gone back to the 80s, handed it to you, so then you could flash forward to time to go to Revolver Records and get yourself the vinyl of De La Soul.
That would have been so cool. Like, I wonder if I would have been disappointed seeing future me or what? Or confused?
Have you seen your wife?
That's true. If you showed up with me, he would have been very happy. He would have been like, you know what? Things are going to work out okay.
Don't forget about their 3rd location online at revolverrecordsinc.com.
That's right. And during coronavirus restrictions, shipping and delivering is free within a 5-mile radius of the shop. Otherwise, it gets mailed to you. Either way, it gives you an opportunity to put on pants.
Oh, that's a good occasion to put on pants.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, you surprised me with a record, an Amy Winehouse record that I happened to mention in passing.
So I ordered it, and it was delivered.
And delivered to you.
And I had to put on pants for the situation.
And it was great.
And it all worked out. And thankfully, it was delivered by someone wearing pants as well. So It all worked out.
Thanks, Phil.
That's revolverrecordsinc.com.
Bye. Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/fakeheadpod.
Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
That's www.audibletrial.com/fakeheadpod. All right, Kevin, you want to take a shot at my 3 headlines?
Yeah, let me hear your headlines for the week there, Tiffy.
Okay. Headline number 1. Fossil uncovered reveals jellyfish once had quills.
Oh, God.
Fossil uncovered reveals jellyfish once had quills. Oof.
Is the shuddering a part of the headline, or are we adding that in?
Nope.
It's an automatic response.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Headline number 2. So you think you can dance? That's nice. So can this horse.
That's nice.
So you think you can dance? That's nice. So can this horse.
Okay.
Headline number 3. Grazing hell. 200 escaped goats hoof it through California neighborhood.
Grazing hell.
200 escaped goats hoof it through California neighborhood.
Okay.
Yep.
Grazing hell.
Grazing hell.
Coming this fall to Animal Planet. Grazing hell. All right, well, let's take a look at these stories here. So, headline 1, fossil uncovers jellyfish once had quills.
Yep.
So, a quill is kind of like a long, pointy, not like a feather, really. Is it like a feather, or is it more like a...
It's like an animal needle.
Like a... for animal heroin.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
immunizations.
Animal immunizations.
Uh-huh.
Animal blood tests.
Animal sewing. Sometimes they get tears.
I imagine like this, like a seamstress, not like them sewing themselves up. I like how we went in different directions with that fantasy play.
Both.
I'll be right there. We us animals rip apart. I gotta sew myself up. You can start the garbage eating without me. It was a raccoon. Or maybe animals that need to write something very fancy and they have a quill and like a little inkwell.
Yes.
They have to sign. Maybe it's like a notary public. Jellyfish.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Jellyfish notary publics.
Yeah. They are very official.
I got some documents that need to be notarized. I'm going to head down to the beach and just hope some notaries wash up on shore.
That's a good idea.
I hear it's high tide. That's disturbing that a jellyfish would have that.
So like a porcupine or a hedgehog.
Yes. Thank you. I was trying to think of an animal that had like spiky hairs. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't think of any.
Those are the ones.
Those are the two.
Yeah.
But I think what do you call those things? Peacocks? Aren't those like quills? Don't they have like quills on them or no?
I think those are feathers.
Those are feathers. Okay. Feathers. Yeah. They're very, feathers and quills are very confusing.
Yeah.
To the layman like myself who's not a bird man.
Or
a quill man.
Yeah.
A quill man. See, once again, feathers. I'm conflating them together. Jellyfish are disgusting.
They are.
They're nature's blobs.
That's so rude.
Yeah, well.
I have a feeling that after they hear this episode, there's going to be a gang of them coming after you. So
God.
I hope you're prepared.
My only experience with jellyfish was seeing them washed ashore one summer on vacation in Florida somewhere.
Ooh.
And it was very gross. It was like just sacks of blech, like a blobfish laying there on the beach. It was really disgusting.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
Yeah. Also seeing them in like an aquarium.
Yeah.
Or we saw them in an aquarium most recently in Albuquerque.
We did.
And those were cool, but also very weird.
Cool.
Why do they exist?
Most sea life is like that. Sea life is like, why did that evolve in that manner? Like, what combination of natural elements and other predatorial animals all came together to create the jellyfish?
Jellyfish have been around for a long time. They predate dinosaurs.
Do they really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, that would make sense because you would think it's not like a fully. I guess a jellyfish would feel kind of jealous. It's like it sees all these other things evolve into, eventually human beings, and there's still these blobs just kind of floating there in the water.
Yeah.
Like when's my day? All I did was lose my quills.
Oh, come on! Now I got these little tentacles. What is this?
Can I get a thumb, please?
What am I supposed to do with this? I'm just a hood with legs.
How many more years do I got to wait for fingers? Anybody?
I look like a water mushroom.
Oh, it really does.
A living water mushroom.
A living...
But like the shiitake kind. I don't know. Did you know that people eat jellyfish? Isn't that gross?
That is really gross.
Yeah.
That is very gross.
Do you think it tastes like Jell-O?
What if there's like little pieces of fruit inside of it?
Yeah.
Like with Jell-O?
Yeah. But like back in the 60s, they would prepare jellyfish with things like hot dogs and hams inside.
That's so bizarre. What a weird time.
That's, yeah. Well, it's not like the Jell-O was sweet. It was
it probably wasn't.
It was a savory Jell-O, if you will.
Oh God! New from Jell-O, savory Jell-O. Mushroom flavored Jell-O, my favorite.
Oh, made straight from the Jell-O of the sea, jellyfish.
Mom, can I have some mesquite Jell-O, please? It's so gross. Savory Jello.
Be sure to watch out for the quills. There's a few left over from a few millennia ago. Once in a while they poke through, but it's fine.
You can pull one out.
They're mostly harmless.
Yeah, you can just pull one out and use it to eat.
Yeah.
Like a little chopstick. Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess when they would put like meat inside of Jello, it wasn't like lime Jello they were putting hot dogs inside of. It was a more savory Jello.
They were just putting the other parts of the animal back inside the Jello.
They were making instead of like a ship in a bottle, they're like reconstructing it in the carcass inside of Jello.
It's so gross. No, its hooves are on the outside. It's gross.
Oh, looks like we're having pork Jello again, aren't we?
Is that an apple inside? Oh, it is. Okay.
Where'd you find a snout in this hour, Sharon? That's so gross.
That's quite the recipe, Janice. Wow. It seems like you put a lot of effort into that, but doesn't seem like it's worth it, because you have to destroy it in like 2 seconds. But
it seems like a bit of a waste, Sharon.
It's a bit of a waste of that savory Jello, if you ask me.
Savory Jello. Oh God. Hey, Mom, can I have some minestrone Jello, please?
Oh.
Like all the vegetables are floating inside.
Oh, that's gross.
Oh. Yeah.
Actually, it's just seaweed.
It's
ocean fresh.
It was actually seaweed the jellyfish ate, and it's just stuck in its digestive tract, and you can see it.
Yep.
Yeah. What would jellyfish...
imagine canning that.
Oh, God. What would jellyfish... Would it be like a sushi situation, or would it be like a just like on the plate, like as like a steak, for lack of a better term? Like, what would it look like to eat it?
I would assume it's like a sushi sort of situation. Yeah.
Maybe like a chunk of it, maybe kind of rolled up in something, or...
Yeah.
Oh, it just sounds so vile.
Yeah. It's like when people eat octopus.
Yeah,
or squid or something. Like, don't eat something with tentacles. Like, just don't take the chance of it getting stuck.
Oh, God.
Inside your body.
It's so gross.
Yeah.
As we've mentioned before, most sea life is...
upsetting.
A disgusting mystery. Just...
It is a disgusting mystery.
It's just so gross.
I would agree with
that. Marine life. Nature's disgusting mystery. Coming up next on Nova.
That's not far from the truth, I don't think.
Yeah, the sea life is either really, really disgusting, like jellyfish, or it's giant and can kill you, like a shark or a whale.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of in between.
Yeah.
Except for dolphins. But even they can be dicks.
Yeah, with their dicks.
Yeah.
Because they get real feisty.
And they don't wait for permission.
No.
They
Cosby it right up.
They are on a mission.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. They Cosby it up, indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really vile, jellyfish. Like, I guess it would stand to reason that jellyfish would have quills, because they seem like they're fairly defenseless. Like, they're just these sort of exposed blobs in the water, which is what I was named by Spring Break magazine in 1998.
Oh, lovey. That's not true.
It's not true. But
look at you now.
I've really come a long way, haven't I?
know.
I'm looking good.
You handsome devil.
I'm in the best shape of my life right now.
Yeah.
You to thank.
Yeah.
But what a nasty evolutionary trick, though, for the jellyfish to lose what's sort of like a defense mechanism.
What a great defense. Yeah.
Like a sharp, tool.
Yeah.
And then just be left with like I guess jellyfish, their only defense is like other animals feel sorry for it. It's the best they can do. Don't mess with the jellyfish. They're easy pickings. Let them go.
Yeah, just let them swim fast away.
Let's look for something with a tentacle.
Yeah.
Those show-offs.
Yeah.
And their weird beaks.
Something that can actually give me a fight back, huh?
Yeah, exactly. It's not a fair fight with the jellyfish.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. Just gonna be floating. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely what a jellyfish would sound like.
I think so.
Yeah.
With more of a gurgly voice.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah. That's probably for the best that you can't do that.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. You shouldn't easily have a gurgly voice. Yeah,
no,
you're right.
If you do, it means you've got some throat or acid digestive issues.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
You should look into that. If you're concerned, look at it. That's what I always say.
That is some sage advice right there. If you're worried about it, take a look at it. And that's been this week's Medical Minute with Tiffany.
Yep.
You worried about it? Take a look at it. Still worried? Make a call. It's for the best.
Still not sure? Give it a touch. Maybe it feels okay.
Does it
Maybe it's not that bad after all.
Does it feel weird?
Maybe it's all an illusion.
Does it feel weird? Then no one needs to know.
But it all starts with a look.
It all starts with a look. Yeah.
I also write diamond commercials.
Oh, shit.
Kevin, you want to take a shot at headline number 2 here?
Yeah, so headline number 2 is, if I can read my handwriting here. So you think you can dance? That's nice. Soaking this horse? Is
Yeah,
that it? What
that's it.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Did I get it accurate?
Yeah.
Because this handwriting, it looks like it says, so you think you done? Thanks, none. Size this shores.
I'm really impressed at your hieroglyphic writing.
I would make
wow. The Egyptians are like, wow, this is pristine. Mwah.
What does it say in hieroglyphics? It starts with a look. That's what it says. A dancing horse. So is it a horse that will dance when it hears a certain song? Is it just always dancing? What kind of dancing? Is it doing line dancing? Is it break dancing? Is it moonwalking?
Uh-huh.
Is it doing the dolphin or the windmill?
Yeah.
So many questions.
It's probably really into the pony.
That would make sense.
Probably line dancing is into it. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say more of a line dance. I would guess a horse is more of a line dancer than a break dancer.
There's no twerking ponies out there. There's working ponies,
yes,
but not twerking
not
ponies.
Twerking. I just imagined a horse twerking, and I think I need to wash my eyes out.
It's a real tale.
As it's twerking, like it just starts shitting. Because horses just poop.
Yeah, they do that.
They poop whenever.
Yeah, whenever they need to.
Yeah, they gotta poop, you just start pooping.
They're like a 4-legged baby.
Horses, nature's 4-legged babies. This Friday on Nova. Sure, we could diaper the horses, but why not just let them poop wherever they are? They're mostly in fields, so it doesn't matter.
They're giving back to nature by fertilizing.
We found we were spending more money on diapers than we were if we just let the horses just poop.
And then they just eat that grass again. And it's all a cycle.
It's nature's cycle.
So maybe this horse heard one of those great around the world hoof tapping songs.
That's a real hoof tapper.
Yeah.
I just imagine Donkey from Shrek dancing to "I'm a Believer."
Yeah. I'm sure that's part of it.
What would a horse song? What would a good song for a horse be to dance to?
Genuine Pony.
You know what another good one is? Hoof, there it is.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's so good. Yeah. The old Black Box song, Buck It Up. What about Ring of Fire? That's a classic.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely.
That would get a horse dancing around
that
for sure.
That would get a horse going, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
If a horse could understand English, what do you think a song would sound like that a horse would sing?
Probably something about how its saddle is so heavy.
Yeah.
It's not heavy, it's my saddle.
You're my main squeeze.
Yep.
There's that old song, Please Don't Take Me to See Catherine the Great Again.
Oh, no! That's an ancient classic horse song.
It's a classic horse cry for help.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Please. This is not right.
It goes back. Way back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you think a horse would learn to dance? Do you think it would be a real, like it just like felt it move through them and they're like, whew, I gotta get this out. I got this little shimmy in me.
Ooh, there's something in my hoof.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or do you think it was like maybe it watched its person dancing?
Could be. Yeah.
Maybe it like was mimicking.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think the horse saw the person and was like, ooh, I got the hooves like Jagger. I got the hooves like Jagger.
Yeah.
Because it was Mick Jagger's horse.
Yep. Little known fact. His horse wrote that song. Not Maroon 5.
And coincidence or not, but Mick Jagger's face looks like a horse.
That horse originally managed the band Jane's Flowers, which is I believe the original name of Maroon 5. I think it's something like that. Hold on.
Oh my god! If you honestly know a weird fact about Maroon 5, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Oh, I was close. It's Kara's Flowers. Not Jane's. Kara's Flowers.
That's pretty close. That's wild that you know a strange Maroon 5 fact. Like who am I married to right now? Like, I don't even know you right now, Tiffany.
I don't know.
Weird Maroon 5 trivia.
Yes. Don't worry about it. Anyway, the horse was that manager. That's why they changed their name to Maroon 5.
Gotcha.
The horse's name was Maroon, and he was the fifth in his
stable.
Steedmanship.
In the steedmanship.
Legacy? What's the
lineage?
Yep.
Steedmanship. Isn't Steedman Oprah's husband?
Sure.
Also rather horse-like. No, I'm kidding. He's not. I have no idea. Holy shit.
Hooves like Jagger.
Would be I'm wondering I'm trying to envision what kind of dance the horse would be doing. Is it more of like a galloping in place, kind of like a running man or a running horse, if you will? Just kind of galloping in place.
That's really funny.
That's kind of what I imagine. Or maybe it's maybe it's ballet. Maybe it's something more like modern or very artistic. Maybe it's very classy dancing that's what horse is doing.
I was thinking it was probably more of a tap number.
Oh, well, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Because of the tap shoes that are hammered into their feet.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You want to hear a fun fact?
Yeah.
I took tap dancing class when I was a kid for a couple weeks.
Did you?
I really did.
For only a couple weeks?
Yeah, it wasn't very long. It did not last very long. My sister took dance with a friend, and then I was friends with the younger brother, and my parents were friends with the parents. It was a whole friendly situation going on there. Mm-hmm. So my sister and her friend. Thank you. Why did I try to get fancy there?
I don't know.
Would dance, and then myself and my friend, he wanted to dance and take tap, and I went along with him.
Aww.
And we did it for a few weeks, and then I realized I hate
this.
Just was not for me. I did not enjoy doing this. And that was that. That was my tap career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tap dancing is very hard.
That probably also played a factor in it.
It's very, very difficult. I think it's difficult, especially if you are fat.
Well, I certainly was. So I probably started to sweat and did not like it one bit. Like, I got to get out of here.
This is stupid.
Everyone else is slipping on their slick tap shoes, falling down. They were like, Kevin, please leave. You're a waterfall of disgusting sweat.
I doubt that's true, my love.
Yeah, so that didn't last very long. I could have been somebody if I'd stuck with it. Mm-hmm. I probably would be really good at it right now.
Next to Gregory Hines. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yep.
What about headline number 3, Kevin?
Yeah, Grazing Hell. 200 escaped goats. Hoof it through California neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
200 escaped goats.
Yep.
Were they being held against their will?
They may have been. You don't know.
Were they living in were they someone housing them in a storage container and they broke free?
They were given the courage by Queen.
That's a lot of goats.
Mm-hmm.
I love the headline, Grazing Hell. 200 escape goats hoof it through. It's like a great double, not double negative.
Meaning?
Double meaning jokes there, I guess is the right words. I don't know words. It's really funny.
Yeah, thanks.
I think 200 of anything is menacing.
Yeah, like you could have like... Yeah, 200 of anything is terrifying.
Like even 200 puppies would be overwhelming.
You'd be like, oh, what am I going to do with all these puppies? They're just all coming to kiss me.
There's so much love happening right now. I can't handle it. I don't deserve it.
How come when I imagine a puppy, I automatically imagine like a baby Labrador?
I do too.
Like that's like it's like the one puppy in my brain.
It's the classic puppy look, I think.
Yeah.
No one imagines 200 wiener dog puppies.
No.
It's always a Labrador.
Yeah, every time.
Or pit bulls. Maybe. I could see that, maybe.
Oh, God, they're so cute.
But no one's imagining 200 wiener dogs or 200 Dalmatians. Because
101 maybe.
Maybe 101 is the most you can have in any gathering. We all know this.
Any more than that, they're in danger.
That's too much. Imagine the food bill for that household that has 200 Dalmatians.
Yeah. So 200 goats that's a lot.
So it could be like a goat farm, perhaps.
Yeah. So
somebody that has lots of goats on the farm, what purpose do they serve? Is it more of like
probably milking them and selling their milk,
making cheese
and ice cream or other goat dairy products?
Can you make use goat milk? Well, I guess you could, right?
Yeah, there's a place in upstate New York that has
goat ice cream.
Yeah, I really want to try it.
Interesting. Well, there is there's all kinds of milks. There's like quote unquote milk that's not derived from a dairy, like oat milk and stuff like that, or coconut milk, right? Mm-hmm. We're big fans of coconut milk in our household.
Yeah.
But don't
at me.
Yeah, suck it, big milk.
It's delicious.
You get your vitamin D right here.
Makes my tummy feel nice.
It's less bloaty feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's probably for that, right? It's not, but goats eat grass.
Yeah, that's the grazing.
So it could be like helping to mow the lawn, so to speak, with goats.
Yeah.
Is that a thing people do?
Yeah, I think they actually use goats in California to help with forest fires.
Really? They eat the fire?
No, they eat the dried grass.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. God, that makes much more sense than my team of goat firemen that I created in my head just now. Send in the 200 goats.
They have a hose that they are passing to each other.
By using their mouths to pass the hose down.
Yeah.
They got their full gear on.
There's just one goat at the end just spraying milk right into the hose.
And then the goats like...
Is this how we're putting out fires now?
The goats all stand up on their back legs and
milk themselves.
Yeah, they just squirt their teats at the fire.
That seems kind of brilliant if you ask me.
Why does it smell like hot goat cheese in the valley right now? Oh, there's a huge fire going on, man. But don't worry, the goat fire squad's there. California's weird.
Stop and got myself a facial on the 404. Let's go.
It's goat milk facial, of course. You just smear some goat cheese on your face and then lay face first on a goat's teat for an hour.
Oh.
It's called it's a California special. Our state's weird.
We love you, California, and we want to live there one day.
Yes, we do. We do.
So much.
I would lay face first in a goat right now if that meant we could get out of our current state.
Not that we hate New York. We love you, New York.
We love New York. It's great. Everything. We got family. It's beautiful.
We just love California.
The idea of the sun and the surf and the sand. We don't even surf. We just want to be near it. It just sounds so great.
We just want to smell the ocean. Is that weird?
Listen, folks.
And your goats.
You don't know what decades of living in the tundra has done to us. We need sunshine all the time now. We deserve it. It's the life we deserve. If I want to get a goat facial, I should be able to do that. You know what I get in Buffalo? I get wing sauce on my face for a facial. It sucks.
It burns.
It hurts. My pores are filled with Franks. It's a hot face.
Not the German kind. Not even rich.
So yeah, California goats.
It sounds like these goats are probably usually doing good stuff, but maybe they, sometimes they're known to wreak havoc, as we've learned in other places around the world.
Yeah, that's true. I would imagine that the goats, maybe somebody left the like a door open, maybe like a gate.
There's always one person who just leaves a hatch open for some reason. Like there's just one careless guy who's like, "Well, it's the end of the night, time to lock up, huh?"
Well, I gotta go get my goat facial, so I guess I'll lock up. I think I checked everything. I guess.
Looks good to me. Gives it a once over with his eyes closed and
staring at his phone the whole time. Yeah, it looks like it's good.
I hope not. Just couldn't see through those shades at nighttime.
Yep. Then the gate's locked, boss. Sure thing. I'm heading out.
Okay, bye.
And then chaos ensues.
It's just like it starts with one goat calling to another. Hey, Larry, would you look at that? Oh, yeah.
Gates open.
Karen, look at this. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, Janet, look at this.
Should we go out there?
Hey, Bob, let's look at this. Like, so, 200 goats later. They're all, look at this.
Hey.
But what humans here are like,
right, right. You know how Skylar is always talking about getting goat facials? What if we went and tried to get a human facial?
Is that a thing?
Is that a thing? And is it legal in the state?
Let's go try it.
Let's venture to town.
There's just like one small budge at the gate.
Do you think they were like stampeding down the road, or were they just kind of
I think they
casually meandering down the road?
Yeah, I think they were definitely stampeding.
Yeah, like a running of the goats type situation.
Absolutely. There was no controlling them.
I wonder where they were headed. Where were they headed towards, I wonder?
Probably the closest goat shop.
The goat shop, yeah.
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 With all the goat goods.
Yeah, because, if you've been locked up on a farm and you're finally... It's like Rumspringa for the goats, really.
Yeah.
They're finally making their way to the big city.
It's freedom.
It's like they got to choose. You're going to stay in this secular, goat-free human life, or you want to come back to the farm.
Right.
Got to make a choice.
Is it really greener on the other side? I don't know. But those lights are alluring.
Those are the lights of Hollywood, babe. We're going to Hollywood.
I'm going to be a goat star. Get me a goat star on the Walk of Fame.
I think the first place they would probably go is to get some new threads. They probably would go to Gap for Goats.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably a good place to go first.
Down on Rodeo Drive. I'm too scared to correct them on the pronunciation.
It makes sense from the world that they're from.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to correct them.
No, you don't.
These goats have to deal with a lot of smart asses. They just can't. They can't deal with one more.
No, they've put up with enough.
They've dealt with it enough. Yeah.
I imagine if you saw 200 goats, I think I would find a secure location, because we've talked about this before. I'm terrified of animals where they shouldn't belong. Right?
I think we all are. Yeah.
We all are. Like I'm pretty sure we've talked about this before, but a nightmare I would have as a kid is a giraffe running around the yard at my parents' house, and it would freak me out because it was like looking in the window and had a long neck, and it was weird.
Have we talked about this before? Is that why you don't like giraffes?
Yeah, I used to have this dream once in a while.
Oh,
there's a giant giraffe would just be.
I love giraffes. I had no idea.
Well, this was like a 2-story tall giraffe, like just a unusually large giraffe.
So like a dinosaur
giraffe, and it was in the backyard, and it was terrifying to me. Mm-hmm. That was a dream. I don't know if it was reoccurring, but it was still a dream I remember. But the one reoccurring dream I often had as a kid was running on a track at like the high school, like a track, and the stands would be empty except for my parents. And behind me would be like a limousine with somebody with their head up through the roof, like chasing me, but it was like a slow motion chase. I would have that dream all the time as a kid.
It's like your dreams were chasing you.
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
No, I mean like your dreams of fame.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're probably right. And my parents just kind of watching, not saying anything.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring this up to my therapist next time.
I think you should.
It's a very powerful dream.
Yeah.
But I would have that all the time as a kid. And as a kid, like, why would I be dreaming about this? A track? Like, who's dreaming about that? I was a fat kid who couldn't tap dance. I wasn't running track. What a weird kid.
At least your parents watched. That's good.
That is true. They at least showed up. That's nice.
Yeah, always rooting you on.
Yeah, no one else did. It's kind of like some of the other shows I've been involved in over the years. R.I.P. Late Night Buffalo.
Yeah.
But I will state though, I'm not currently afraid of giraffes. I'm not scared of them now. But that dream was like very vivid as a kid. Just very scared. So I say all this to say that if I were to see 200 goats, I would find a secure location and I would immediately start filming it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fair.
Yeah.
I'd try to make friends with all of them.
Because goats aren't like a dangerous animal, right? Like if you were to approach a goat, you probably, like if you were to walk into the herd of goats, they weren't going to attack you. Right?
I wouldn't think so.
Right?
I mean, it's like any other wild animal. If like I'm sure if like you came at them in an aggressive way, they'd probably bite you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I would imagine. And rightfully so.
Yeah.
Respect the goat.
But they're not going to try and eat you because they're not carnivores.
That is true. They are eating dried grass after all.
Right.
Although my skin has been often compared to dried grass, so they may be confused. Cannibal Magazine in 2004 said that my skin was like dried grass.
That's so gross. Did you donate or something?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. All right, Kevin. So one of these headlines is real. Would you like to take a shot as to which one it is?
I would. They're all very bizarre, and they all seem very plausible, I guess is the right word, as it potentially being a real story.
Right.
Fudge. I don't know. I'm going to go with Grazing Hell.
Grazing Hell.
As the real story.
Man. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
So you think you could dance? Something this horse.
It was those two was the ones I was really torn on. And I really just went with Grazing Hell. Because I thought it was a funny Grazing Hell.
So this happened in San Jose.
Of course.
Look it.
That's awesome.
That's terrifying. That's so many goats.
Oh, that is a lot. They're all very orderly too, though.
I know. Like no one's stopping over each other.
Oh, very good. Well done.
Okay, so this is from The Guardian. Grazing hell. 200 escaped goats hoof it through the California neighborhood. Nature is healing, and in some parts of Northern California, nature is revolting.
Nature is revolting. I agree. Gross. The other kind. Okay.
About 200 goats broke through a fence in San Jose and briefly stormed the streets of a residential neighborhood in clear violation of social distancing guidelines, as well as the state shelter-in-place order.
Oh, those goats. I mean, all the goats have little masks on.
They did their best.
The goats are all carrying signs or protesting, "We need our freedom back."
They're not dicks. They have respect for human life.
They're goats. They're not stupid.
The goats had been coming by to eat the vegetation on the hill in the neighborhood for the past 12 years, Zach Rowlands, 23, a neighborhood resident said, who captured the madness on video. They had been hopping on his neighbor's fence, which created a hole. Next thing you know, they're in the front yard eating everything in sight, Rowlands said. In his video, some goats paused to pull up plants and flowers in nearby yards before following the rest of the herd, much to the chagrin of residents. Neighbors were panicked at first, trying to keep the goats away from their landscaping, but then mostly amused, Rowland said. The goats have come for the past 12 years, but this is the most entertaining they've been, he said. The goats were rounded up and under control within minutes, but everyone had to spend the next hour or so picking up their poop. Goats have been used as environmentally friendly landscapers in the West, especially when it comes to wildfire management. They chew their way through brush, vegetation, and weeds, eating up potential fodder for flames, creating natural fuel breaks. Which I think is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Those are some really good headlines. Like, I really struggled to guess. Like, I wanted to go with the horse or the goats.
Yeah.
So, well done. It was fun.
Thank you.
Good job.
You too, Lovey.
It's good fun. Good fun.
That's good fun. What a good laugh.
It was good times fun. Or something. I don't know.
What a hoot.
A real hoof.
A real hoof. Wow.
Well, folks, that's our show. And for more, check us out at fakeheadlinespodcast.com.
Or on social media, we are Fake Headlines Podcast on Instagram and Facebook.
And if you're on Twitter, go to FakeheadPod.
And you can always contact us via email at fakeheadlinespodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, and if you come across a funny story, send it our way, and we may use it on the show. And also, if you have any plugs you want us to talk about on our show, if you have a business or an event coming up, or well, obviously not in person, but a virtual event, let us know the details. We'll be happy to read them on the air.
We want to try and support small business as much as we can because we think it's really important in these times to do so. And if you're trying to do some good out there with your own event, or if you have some sort of charity, or if you know places where there's in need of donating or anything like that, and you want to try and get the word out there, please let us know, and we'll try and help as much as we can.
Yeah, we'd love to help. So yeah, check us out. fakeheadlinespodcast@gmail.com is the email to use for that.
Yes.
And if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, if you could do us a favor and scroll down and click on the 5 stars for us. And there's an option there to leave a review. You don't have to, but it sure would be nice to leave a few nice words for us. It just helps us gain more visibility and traction amongst that particular platform, which we've been doing very well at as of late, particularly in New Zealand and Australia. We seem to have some of our highest downloads and listenerships there, and we tend to show up on the Apple Podcast charts fairly regularly in those countries. So,
aw, thanks, friends down there.
So we appreciate that from the land down under. We appreciate that. Certainly, we enjoy down under.
We promise not to overdo it on the Vegemite.
We promise.
We'll use it in an appropriate amount on toast. I've never had it.
And I promise to never punch a kangaroo.
Yeah, they're good for you.
Yeah, I'm taking a firm stance.
Yeah.
Doing it. But yeah, so check us out on Apple Podcasts or wherever you may get your podcasts from. If there's an option to leave a review or whatever, it just helps. It helps us be more visible, because if you don't know, there's a gazillion podcasts out there, and sometimes it's hard to kind of cut through some of the noise out there. So
that's
any help from our friends, we'll certainly take it.
Also, really important, word of mouth. So go ahead and tell your friends in your next Zoom meeting.
Yeah, there you go. And if you want, we'll come to your next Zoom meeting. And
we'll just pop in and be like, hey, we'll be like those animals in the background.
Yeah.
You know, from that one headline.
So we'll be there to entertain your Zoom meetings. Why not? Who cares?
Yeah, why not?
We have a lot of free time.
We don't mind.
Well, I mean, as long as...
Not a lot of free time.
Yeah, I mean, as long we have one more day off on vacation.
Yeah,
so
mean,
if you're able to...
we got to plan ahead.
Yeah. I mean, we have lives, okay?
And pants to put on.
Yeah. Thanks, folks.
So, okay.
But that's our show, folks, and we will see you next week.
Bye.